Good morning. Today is Tuesday and I just got done getting some work done. We are having a hard morning because someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed. He has been super just crazy. It's Tuesday. Hi, honey. He is just like really having a day. I've been working on milk. I introduced this to him, I believe it was yesterday. We went ahead and we got it like 2 days ago. And I'm trying to make this like his milk cup because it's different than all the cups he's ever used before. It's the only one that has that type of straw. Well, his thermos does as well. I'm trying to get him to start drinking whole milk out of a sippy cup because I would like to, as I've told, I've told you guys I would like to start, you know, weaning and like going through the process. So I'm trying to get him to drink out of this. Yesterday he did great. Today he just doesn't, like, I think it's just right now he just doesn't really want it. I wish these were like the first cups I ever got because I love it. It's good quality. It was like the cheapest one. I think it was like $2.49 for just this. And I love the Munchkin brand. Oh my God. Seriously, you guys? People think I'm exaggerating when it comes to my son's like napping habits, and I think people are like, oh, it's normal, blah 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 blah. It's not normal. I finally got him down for a nap. He has just been grumpy all morning, and I think today wasn't as hard as I guess yesterday was, or I guess is as hard as a lot of days are. It wasn't quite as hard, but I think I'm like traumatized, and I just think every single nap time is gonna be a fight, and I like avoid it, and I like immediately the thought of nap time gives me anxiety. So I need to like get a clearer and better mindset when it comes to nap time because I'm losing it. He was just cranky all morning. He woke up crying, which he usually doesn't do. He usually wakes up just playing, talking, and he really doesn't cry. We have to just, we'll hear him moving around and we just go get him. He woke up crying this morning, which already I was like, oh, that sets the tone of how the day's gonna go. But he was pretty good for most of the time, and then he just started getting so cranky. So I tried putting him down, or I tried nursing him. It was like earlier than usual that I started nursing him to try and get him down. I just get so much anxiety. So anyway, he is down for his nap. The fact that it's like this time, I'm really hoping I can get him down for a second nap as well. That would be incredible if I can get 2 naps out of him today, but it really just kind of depends how long he naps for this one. But it's been hard, you guys. I'm having a really hard time with this, and I'm so tired of talking about it every day. That's every single vlog I'm editing. All I was talking about was nap time. I blame myself for the fact that he's not on a very good schedule, but I can't blame myself that he's so bad at napping. I truly believe with my whole heart that any mom would stress out and go through if they were his mom, the way that his habits are. I feel like any mom would honestly go through what I'm going through, and I can't feel like I'm just some failure. Like, I just can't go there because I feel like every single mom would go through this and would struggle like I am. I'm super tired today. I was pretty tired yesterday. There were some nights that I didn't get any sleep. I think one night I got like 3 hours of sleep, and another night I got like 5 hours of sleep. So I haven't really fully like caught up on sleep, but I don't know. I think I read that that doesn't really exist anyway. You can't like catch up on sleep. Honestly, maybe I should nap right now. I'm so tired. I don't nap. My son gets it from me. I don't nap, he doesn't nap. I feel better now. I just laid here for a minute, gathered my thoughts, got to get my head in a better space, and now I'm gonna move on. I'm so tired, and I don't think 12 cups of coffee would even help me. Little one woke up. I got to get so much editing done. He napped for an hour and a half. That is like his time. I feel like that's like the normal time, and that's like the time that's expected. Fingers crossed I can get him to take a second nap later in the day. Maybe in like 3 or 4 hours, I can probably get him to take another nap. I'm making him some lunch right now, and then I have to ignore him or he'll just make this a new habit. He woke up in like a way better mood. I'm so happy. I feel so refreshed right now. You guys saw like how frustrated I was before. I feel so refreshed now. I really want to buy my son a 4-in-1 trike. I think I've told you guys before, but it's from Radio Flyer, and I've been wanting to get it for so long, and I've been putting it off and putting it off, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and invest in one because I would love to go for a WALK right now and just get some energy out, and I think it'd be more enjoyable for him to be on that instead of in his stroller. Just hope that he's a good boy. He does that when I'm talking now. I've seen a lot of babies or toddlers doing that. So he has been so good. He's been so sweet. He is so tired. He's not supposed to go to bed for another like 50 minutes. But he's been so good, and he ate a lot for me at dinner, so I think, I hope that that's gonna be a good thing. I think it's bath time, but every time I ask him if he wants to take a bath, he goes, but he loves bath time. I think he just enjoys answering no now that he's learned what it is and how to do it. He just enjoys going no. Hey guys, today is Thursday, and I don't think I talked to you guys yesterday, at least I don't remember vlogging yesterday, but yesterday was like kind of an off day for me. I definitely did not have like, it wasn't one of my better days. I was getting really frustrated because I knew like that's when it really makes me upset, is when I know my son needs a nap but he won't take it. And I really should follow my gut, because every time I was trying to get him down, he just kept acting like maybe his stomach was upset, or like he just couldn't settle, and I could tell it probably was his stomach. And that honestly I believe is something that does affect his naps, is just having to go to the bathroom. It's just hard to like know, is he being mean and fighting his nap, or is he having a stomach issue? Like, what's the story? And it's just hard to like know. So yesterday I was getting so frustrated. I kept trying to get this child to nap so many times. Wouldn't happen, but he was exhausted. He was tired, and he would fall asleep on me, but then get really uncomfortable when I would lay him down and wouldn't stay asleep, and it was just like a really big struggle. And typically if he goes to sleep on me and I lay him in the crib and he doesn't stay asleep, it usually is a stomach problem. But yesterday I was just getting so overwhelmed by it. I just feel defeated, and I get so much advice from people, and a lot of it's really the same thing. And I'm sure I annoy people because people give me advice and I don't always take it the way that I think like they think I should. But every child is different, and what works for you isn't working for us. Like, I haven't had success with him, and so it's really just me having to figure out his routine, his habits. Like, why is he not going to sleep? And it's like, if he were a little bit older, he could tell me, oh, my stomach hurts and that's why I'm not falling asleep, or whatever it is. Like, I just would rather, it's just it's so hard to be able to tell what the deal is. So I just had it kind of rough yesterday. I was just like super overwhelmed, and just, I don't know, I just had an off time. The morning nap is one I don't always know how to do, because I'm always recommended put him down 2 hours after they wake up, but he isn't always interested in it. And another thing my husband and I were talking about is I was trying to like really pay attention to his like eating and like what he was eating, and my son is so picky with what he eats that's really hard to get food in him. Well, this morning I was like, I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna make him eat. This child is gonna fill up, and then I'm gonna see if he takes a nap. As soon as he finished eating, he was rubbing his eyes, he was tired. So I'm like, okay, that might be the tool I use in order to get him to nap better, is just feed him. I don't know if that will cause stomach aches. I don't know if that's gonna cause issues. I don't know. Last night I gave him a huge bottle, the biggest bottle he's had pretty much ever since he was born. He's never really had bottles this big, but I gave him a big bottle last night because I was like, I just need to start testing. I need to start figuring out what is the deal, because there's got to be a reason why he does not want to nap. Is it because his belly isn't full? Like, what is it? So far, the whole feeding him a little extra helped. He's down for his nap earlier than he's been in quite a while. Just kind of been like busy putting stuff away and stuff like that during nap time. Didn't get a lot of editing done so far, but I just have a feeling he's gonna be up soon because it's so loud. Do you hear that? It's so loud. I just want to make a note of something, because this is something that's like really been on my mind, and like really just something I feel like I have the platform to talk about, and I'm going to talk about. So please, I'm just asking that everyone know where I'm coming from and understand where I'm coming from, and know that it's from a good place. But this last week was World Breastfeeding Week, and scrolling on Instagram, seeing a bunch of women talk about their experience, which has been wonderful. Also seeing women post their story of how they didn't breastfeed, or they didn't want to, they couldn't, whatever their experience was, but they still shared it. And I loved that. I loved seeing all posts about everyone's experience. But one thing that caught my eye, there's multiple times that this caught my eye, but there's people who are going against women who are proud of breastfeeding, and I was you. I found it so annoying when women would talk about their breastfeeding experience, or they would do their little milestone photos. I thought it was so annoying. I thought breastfeeding was natural. It was something that women just did. I had no idea what breastfeeding really meant or what the whole experience really meant. And it goes so far beyond just breastfeeding. As I was saying, there are comments from women saying that they're tired of seeing women brag about breastfeeding, or they're tired of whatever, the whole breastfeeding thing. And 99.9% of the women saying this are women who have never breastfed before, or women who didn't care to breastfeed. So they just had never breastfed before, or they're not pregnant, they don't have a child. They've just never done it. I was you. I was 100% you. I couldn't stand when I saw women flaunt the fact that they breastfed. I thought it was so annoying, or get badges for it. I thought it was so annoying. I thought it was something that just women could naturally do. It was just a natural task. Like I used to always say, it's the same thing as peeing. Like, do you need a badge for peeing every day? But it's not the same thing. I just want to put it out there. If you've never breastfed before and you've never tried it, it is truly a second job. I saw some woman during this week, that's how she labeled it, and it is 800% the truth. And honestly, I find it more as like my full-time job. Like I find it as my main career, my main job. And then my real job came secondary. It truly is the hardest work you'll ever do. Even if it comes natural to you, or not natural, even if it becomes easy to you and just breastfeeding is just an easy experience, it's still hard work. And maybe it's harder for women like myself who really struggled with it. Like it was a struggle, but it is hard work. It is worth celebrating, because this is how, it's not even comparing it to formula fed or formula feeding. That's not what it's about. What it's about is being a hard thing to do. It is literally a full-time job. It's hard, it's not easy, and it is worth being proud of. And I promise you, I was you though. I totally get where you're coming from, where it's annoying and you think, oh, look at me, look at me. That's not really where moms are coming from. When it comes to a mom and their motherhood and child and everything like that, you are completely covered in pride of your child. You're proud of your child for literally picking their nose. You become proud of your child for everything. And then you become proud of yourself, because the miracle of making a child and then sustaining their life is overwhelming, and you don't understand unless you've tried it. I felt like World Breastfeeding Week was very, very tough, because I went through that. And I think with my story, and something that I discovered, is I feel as though I went through my experience so that I could relate on so many different levels. I can relate to the women who strictly pumped, because I exclusively pumped for a little bit. I can relate to women who felt like they failed with breastfeeding, because I felt that way every single day. When I was exclusively pumping and having so many problems, I felt like such a failure. So I can relate to those women. And then of course I can relate to the women who were able to have a successful breastfeeding experience. I can relate to so many different women, and I feel like it just makes my experience and maybe my advice a little more weighted, because I'm able to really, really understand every point of view. So when it comes to World Breastfeeding Week, I know that pain. I know the pain of wanting to feed your child a certain way, or feeling like you had to feed your child a certain way in order to be a good mom, and then not being able to do it. I know that pain. I know all of it. And then I know the annoyance of like, another breastfeeding photo, really? Like, I know that annoyance. One thing I can stand by is it is a beautiful thing, and until you experience it, until you try it, you don't understand how hard it is. So for women who want to be proud of themselves, just sit back and let them be proud of themselves. And for if it hurts you, I understand that pain. Trust me, I get it. I also am not going to not feel proud of myself because other people are annoyed by it, or other people are, you know, somewhat damaged by it, because that's literally, let's take away other people's pride. Let's take away the fact that they got millions, hundreds of thousands of subscribers within a day. Let's take that away from them. Or the people who work so hard for their doctorate, let's take that away from them because, you know, I didn't do that. You know what I mean? Like, don't take success and pride from other people because it didn't happen for you. Instead, cheer them on, and then guess what? Like, you're gonna have something go on in your life that other people are gonna be like, dang, I want that, and maybe you'll motivate people there too. You know what I mean? I hope I'm not offending anyone, but I have to touch on it because I have to talk about these comments that I get it. I was you. You're so cute. Look how cute you are. Oh, come here. Uh-oh, you got your toes in messed up. What a big boy. Almost. Ready? Here you go. Ready? You want me to help you? Come here, I'll help you. Alright, so he slept for an hour and a half. We've had lunch, we've played, we went outside and blew some bubbles. We bought him these flip-flops that, like, are sandal flip-flops. We bought him some months and months and months ago for him to grow into. I just wanted to see if he could, like, actually still walk in them, although they're definitely big, and he can. So we were playing outside and he did great. He had such a good time. It's so hot. So I tried getting him down for a second nap and failed. I really tried to wind him down, get him all in the mood, and again, had him like close to falling asleep, and then he got up, walked around, and pooped. Good morning. I have to use my phone because I have too much footage on my camera. I don't have any more space on it, but this is how beautiful I look. Early in the morning, I look stunning. It's Friday, and then hopefully like food is gonna be in the like time frame. My husband had somewhere he had to run this morning, and I was like, I'll just wait for him to get back before I have some breakfast. It's taking forever. Hopefully soon, and then hopefully my husband on his way home from wherever he is gonna bring coffee. That would be super spectacular. We had some lunch, and then we took off and ran to a comic book shop, and then we went to Target because I really wanted to get him that trike, so we got it. And Target was the cheapest we saw it. I was so thankful that I moved boxes because they have a 2-in-1 trike, and then they have the one that we got, which is the 4-in-1 trike. And the 2-in-1 was the one that was like on display everywhere, and I'm like, I thought that they were sold out of the 4, but I moved things around and I found the 4. I got some shower gel. I guess I'll show you because I'm a girl. And then this is the shower gel. This is actually our 3rd one that we've purchased. It goes kind of quickly. My husband complains that Bath & Body Works goes quickly, but this one goes just as fast. And then I needed deodorant. That's everything we got from Target. The Radio Flyer one. There's one by Little Tykes, but the Little Tykes did not have as good of reviews. By the way, I still have not emptied my SD card is why I'm using my phone. He is picking up some chilies for us. We are diehard chili fans, if you guys haven't been able to tell. My husband and I have been together for almost 10 years. And I wanna say every Friday, almost every Friday for 10 years, we've gotten chilies. What are you doing? Are you supposed to have the iPad? Yeah.